At the start of the season, I thought doing a Sheffield United rebuild was going to definitely be on my calendar. I had them nailed on as my favourites to be automatically relegated right back down to the Championship. And I think I'm not alone in that prediction. But Sheffield United, the Blades, they have shocked the footballing world this season. For a long time there, they were on the hunt for European qualification. However, since we have come back, they have been quite poor. Despite a decent win against Spurs last week, Sheffield United are starting to rapidly fall out of a European spot. Some of this has been their own doing, and some of this has been controversy. But today we are heading up to Sheffield to take over United, and hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to be able to replicate what they've done this season, but hopefully we can take them to European football and a European title. Today, we rebuild Sheffield United. But lads, we are on the grind for 400,000 subscribers, and still, over 90% of you watching the video right now are not subscribed to the channel. So, if you're new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. If you have not had the pleasure of seeing a rebuild video in the past, here are the rules. So the main objective is to win the UEFA Champions League. Every game in the rebuild is simulated except for the Champions League final. The transfers can be as unrealistic or realistic as we like. There's a big focus on the transfer window. And finally, of course, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. There's the rules, let's get into the rebuild. So this is how our side looks for season number 1. Changed the formation a little bit to compared to what it is in real life, but there's some decent players in here. It still surprises me that this team has done so well. I look at this team and I think we are going to be in for a relegation battle, no questions asked. Our financial capabilities aren't as strong as I would have hoped, so we're going to have to revenue raise here. First player out of the club, Chris Basham, off to Sociedad for 4.95 million. A signal of intent. Our first signing here at Sheffield United is for Phil Foden, £17.8 million for the Englishman. Do I think this would happen in real life? Probably not, but am I glad it's happening right here? You bet you I am. A second player out of the club, however, David McGoldrick, headed to Montpellier. And another striker leaving, Leon Clark, headed to Serie A for just over £1 million. John Fleck, I wasn't going to sell him at first, but we got a decent offer of £11.2 million from Porto for the Scotsman, so then it became an easy decision. And we have replaced him with another quality English young talent. It is Declan Rice, coming up from West Ham United here. £18.6 million for him. Gotta say as well, I met Declan Rice last year at a FIFA event in Shanghai. One of the coolest guys I've ever met. Such a nice guy. Definitely the nicest footballer I've ever met. So, shout outs to you, Declan. Shout outs to you. So there we go. A pretty impressive start to life here at Sheffield United. Foden and Rice into the club. A few players out of it. And we are now much improved. You look at this side now. Our midfield has gone up another level. Still, I'm interested to see how we go in terms of a relegation battle. Yep, not surprised by that. We find ourselves in the midst of the relegation battle this season, proving what they've done in real life is an absolute masterclass there. But we are on 14 points, tied with 18th place Crystal Palace. Just like real life though, Norwich are up shit creek without a paddle. Looking to make some big movements here to secure our Premier League survival. Ollie Norwood headed to Monaco. Ender Stevens headed to Sevilla. And Matthias Oliveira into the club here. The Uruguayan left back joins us here for £12.6 million from Real Betis. In any other rebuild, I would accept this offer, but Billy Sharp is a club legend of Sheffield United. Not a chance I'm selling him. I know I say don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player, but I would understand United fans, Sheffield United fans getting butthurt if I sold him. So there we go. A pretty low-key window, but a big signing in Oliveira. Norwood and Stevens out of the club. Is that enough to survive relegation? We'll have to wait and see. Oh my god, we have survived relegation by 1 point. 25 points, Palace on 24, Burnley on 21, Norwich on 14. We are counting our lucky stars here. And just like real life, Liverpool are the Premier League champs. Man City have absolutely demolished Wolves to win the FA Cup. Liverpool take down West Ham to win the Carabao Cup. Barcelona, they win the Champions League. And Inter Milan win on a penalty shootout in the Europa League final. So there it is, lads. Season 1 done and dusted. Survived relegation. Laid some decent foundations. I don't know what's in store for season 2, but let's just find out. You guys remember Ravel Morrison? Yeah, he's a player at Sheffield United. He's come back from being on loan last season and we've immediately got him out of the club. He's headed to Galatasaray for £4.5 million. Kieran Freeman also out of the club here, also off the Turkish league for £640,000. Obviously, Dean Henderson was only at the club last season on a loan deal, so I have decided to make it permanent here. Hendo joining us on a full-time deal. £26 million from Manchester United. Luke Freeman, the third player out of the club this season, off to Braga. It's a clearance sale here at Sheffield United. Ben Osborne also leaving off to Club Bruges. Jack bloody Rodwell out of the club as well. I feel like we've got a lot of players that were meant to be somebodies in the English scene but aren't. Ravel Morrison, Jack Rodwell, well, they're both gone. Callum Robinson also departing the club here, headed to Atalanta for 7.7 mil. They keep on coming and they don't stop coming. George Baldock headed to Bilbao. Not sure that fits in their Basque transfer policy though. Jack Robinson leaving the club off to Anderlecht for 2 million or just over 2 million. And we finally make a signing here. I bet you guys were wondering when it was going to come, but it is Valentino Lazaro, the Austrian wingback, signing here for £14 million. Definitely quality over quantity in this transfer window. Happy with the pickups though. The defense getting a significant improvement. Decided to do no transfer business here in the January transfer window, however, so let's crack on and see how we finished this season number 2. A good start. Let's see if we can carry on. We end up holding that 10th position, finishing mid-table here, 55 points. A little bit above that bottom half group, but not really close to European qualifications. So a genuine mid-table finish. Funnily enough though, Spurs break their trophy drought here, edging out their North London rivals Arsenal and winning the Premier League. 2 of the 3 promoted sides are relegated once again. Southampton, Leeds United and West Brom all back down in the Championship. A Manchester derby in the FA Cup final, which is won by City. Liverpool edging out Man City in the Carabao Cup final. Man City, what a season. They have won the Champions League over Liverpool. And Man United lose the Europa League final for a second straight year, going down to Lyon this season. Flying through it here with Sheffield United, climbing up the English ranks, building out a nice squad. Let's see what season 3 has for us. More player departures here to kick off our 3rd season. John Lundstrom headed to Espanyol for 11.2 mil. And Rikario Zivkovic, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he used to be an absolute wonder kid? I swear, maybe I'm thinking of a different Zivkovic, but we have sold him to EA Guangam for 4.8 mil. And we have brought in an American addition to our midfield here, Weston McKennie, signing on from Schalke, or sorry, Besiktas, formerly of Schalke, for 27.4 mil. And we have decided to loan out one of our backup goalkeepers, Jake Eastwood, to Birmingham City for the next year. Also selling on one of our defenders, John Egan here, the Irishman headed to Betis. And we have replaced him with a big improvement in the back line. It is Soyuncu from Leicester City, £29.7 million for the Turkish defender. Very happy to have him here. I feel like I'm saying this every single transfer window in charge of Sheffield, but quantity over quality, no, quality over quantity. McKennie and Soyuncu in. And this is how the squad is looking right now. Growth all around the board, quite nice. I don't think, honestly, our midfield 4 of Foden, Rice, McKennie and Berge, I honestly don't think we will have to touch them for the remainder of the rebuild. I mean, they're growing quite nicely together. Again, struggling to break out of that mid-table status. sitting in 9th position on 30 points, still in with a shot of getting European football, but we're going to have a much improved second half of the year. Alright, I know one clear-cut way to get out of a mid-table slump and become a top quality side, and that is to sign Harry Kane on a free deal. I was surprised. I was looking through all the strikers. I always do this. I'm like, fuck, who would be on a 6-month deal? I swear Harry Kane, in previous saves I've done, isn't available on a pre-contract deal until like 2 or 3 years down the line. This year he was available. I don't know whether he signed a new contract at Tottenham or what, but I'm not questioning what the EA gods have put in front of us. We're signing Harry Kane, the Hurricane, my fellow Lisp brother, on a free deal for next season. So it's just the signing of Harry Kane for this window, but my God, what a signing that is. Our front line is never going to be the same. We finished this season in 6th position, I think that might be enough to see us qualify for Europa League football. Man City have gone undefeated, the Invincibles and the Centurions, but we have potentially qualified for the Europa League, which makes me happy. Brighton, Norwich and Crystal Palace have all been relegated, however. Spurs do win the FA Cup over Liverpool, but Spurs lose the Carabao Cup to Liverpool. Bloody hell, Liverpool and Spurs are having quite the season. Liverpool took down Tottenham in a repeat of last year's Champions League final. Manchester United, they've lost their 3rd successive Europa League final. Oh, this is comedic. Taking a quick look at the stats of our team, Mousset has scored 23 goals this year. Great season. What the hell? Lazaro, our wingback, scored 18 goals. What a defender. Things are going according to plan here with Sheffield United, having an absolute ball at the moment, but we need to continue our upwards trajectory. Season 4, let's have at it. There it is, man like Harry Kane, finally a Sheffield United player. Let's go. I definitely can't complain with this. Jack O'Connell has been sold to Barcelona for £32.2 million. That is a great deal. Also decided to sell Ollie McBurney to AC Milan for £37 million. Again, I'm not complaining with that price tag. We have decided to make a huge addition to our backline here. It is Eder Militao joining us at Sheffield United. Overpaid just a smidge for the Brazilian, but he'll be worth it. Bringing him across from Man City for £50.2 million. Say it after me, guys. Quality over quantity. But this is what the side is now looking like again. I think, honestly, we are a striker away from having a contending side in terms of our players all have a lot of upside. Kane's at his max now, but virtually everybody else on the side still has room to grow. So these things are looking really good here. Halfway through the season and things are looking brilliant. We are currently occupying that 4th position, occupying a Champions League spot. Manchester United top of the league, but we need to focus on ourselves and make sure that we finish in the top 4. Decided to take a big shot here. Mousset, he was our top goal scorer last year, but I've decided we need an upgrade up front. We have sold him to Roma for £43.8 million. And in return, we have signed a end game player. It is Maximiliano Gomez, the Uruguayan striker, joining us here from Atletico Madrid for £75.3 million. He's 87 rated. Surely he's going to bang in the goals for us. So there we go, a striker-centric transfer window. Gomez and Mousset swapping roles. Let's see what they can do. Well, let's see what Gomez can do. Surely, hopefully, score us some goals. You love to see it. We have Champions League football next season, finishing in 4th position here. Not even close to the title, 20 points behind Man City. But we had Arsenal breathing down our necks, so very happy with 4. Some teams that won't be happy, however, would be Southampton, Stoke and West Brom because they've all been relegated. Again, Man City and Liverpool taking the FA Cup final, but this time Man City lifting it. Man City completing the treble domestically, winning the Carabao Cup. They couldn't do the quad though. They've lost to the Champions League final to PSG. But lads, we have got our hands on some silverware. We have won the Europa League here at Sheffield United, and we beat Man United in the final. Oh no. Oh no, the Dean Henderson derby, and we win it. United have lost 4 Europa League finals in a row. That makes me happier than us winning it. Oh, that's funny. Harry Kane's impact to the squad is so evident here. 34 goals in his first season as a Sheffield man. That is insane. So we are Europa League champions here at Sheffield United. Buzzing about that one, that is for sure. We're in the Champions League next year. I'm very curious to see what happens. I've decided that it's time that we upgrade at the right back spot. Hakimi in the headlines lately after making the move to Inter Milan in real life, but the Moroccan defender slash midfielder coming to Sheffield United here for, what is it, £67.4 million. So I'll take that. Also decided to start thinking about rotation and backup. Callum Chambers, a reserve defender for us here. Also, another man that's been in the news a little bit lately, Miralem Pjanic joining us here, the Bosnian signing from Lille for 21.5 million. So there we go, Hakimi, Chambers, Pjanic all into the side. Very happy with that. Let's go and see our side and our Champions League group for the first time. Yeah, look, the growth of this side has been unreal so far. I love our starting 11 the way it is so far. Interested to see how we hold up in the Champions League though. We have been given a moderately difficult group. I expect Leipzig to give us a fair challenge. Salzburg and Galatasaray, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, but I fully expect us to get out of the group here. Let's simulate in 3, 2, 1. There we go, lads. Ourselves and Leipzig into the knockout rounds. We top the group. That has gone exactly how I wanted it to, according to plan. Who are we versing in the round of 16 though? Oh dear. Oh dear. Barcelona in the round of 16. Yep. That's really going to show what we're made of. Qualification to the Champions League is a must for us every season here on in, but it is under threat in this 5th season. We currently find ourselves in 5th position, 8 points behind Chelsea, so definitely need to pick things up in the second half. Absolutely blew through our transfer budget in the opening window, however. Can't make any additions to the side. Would have liked to make a few more bench additions, but it is what it is. Let's go take on Barca. All right, big moment for us. Our first Champions League knockout round game here. Taking on Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Need some away goals to the board. We get into it, and it's a 1-0 win. Love that. Would have liked a few more away goals, but still, it's an advantage and it's a clean sheet and it's an away goal. So we are in the driver's seat here. Would take a lot of confidence as we're back at Bramall Lane. Barcelona taking us on, and it's a 1-1 draw. Foden, another goal to his name. They get the away goal, but we're through to the quarters, 2-1 on aggregate. They just don't let up, do they? We have been drawn against last season's Champions League winners in PSG. This is really, if the Barcelona game showed what we're made of, taking on the champions is really going to give us a good indication. All right, we're traveling away to the Parc des Princes for the first leg of these Champions League quarterfinals. Need an away goal to our name, and the scoreline is going to be a 2-1 loss. We get an away goal, which could help, but we are behind. Look at that PSG side though. Lukaku, Haaland, Mbappe, Bergwijn, Solon, Dombele, De Ligt, Hernandez, Alexander-Arnold, Donnarumma. That is almost a perfect career mode team. After seeing just how good PSG's team is on paper, I am very nervous for the second leg. We're back at Bramall Lane, back at home. If we win 1-0, we go through, but that is easier said than done, and we are not through. We're packing our bags and staying home. Mbappe with a brace. We've been outclassed. Fair. They got a better side than us. Oh, lads, we have snuck in to the top 4. Look at that title race. 5 points separate first place Chelsea and 5th placed Liverpool, but we are in the mix. We have qualified for Champions League football again in Season 6. 95 points. Wolves, Norwich and Palace all relegated, however. We have won the FA Cup this season. Let's go, some more silverware. But it is Man City winning the Carabao Cup. And we did lose the Super Cup to PSG 1-0 at the start of the season. Fills me with a little bit more confidence that we lost in the quarterfinals to the eventual champions in PSG. And it is Valencia who are Europa League champs. So a good taste of knockout round football here with Sheffield United in Season 5. Season 6 though, we need to have that winning mentality. We need to focus on winning a Champions League title. Like I said last season, I think we're only a few bench players away from being a Champions League winner. Like, I love our starting 11, and I honestly don't think I'm going to make many changes, if any, to it this season. But Roberto Firmino is going to join us as a bench player. What a simulation we're living in. Also going to bring a backup goalkeeper into the club. Robin Zentner is joining us from Mainz for 18.4 mil. And Amadou Haidara, the midfielder, is going to join us from Leipzig here, 28.2 mil. So there we go. Like I said, only had a few little things I wanted to tinker with the side, which we have done quite nicely. Our group this season, much harder than last year, I would say. Napoli on even keel with Leipzig. Benfica better than Salzburg, and Galatasaray, well, we had them last year as well, so Galatasaray is Galatasaray. But it hasn't stopped us from topping the group. Undefeated, back to the knockout round, 16 points, no surprise, ourselves and Napoli are into the round of 16. Are we going to be drawn up against bloody Barcelona again? I certainly hope not. No, we are drawn up against Borussia Dortmund. Okay, this is going to be quite an interesting prospect. Oh no, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say not as hard as last year, but Dortmund have some very good players in career mode. Look, I'd say we're in the title race. We're 7 points behind City. We're not out of it, but we're going to have a very good second half of the year. On the other hand, we are well and truly ingrained into the top 4. So that's the goal again, top 4. Would love to win the Prem, but as long as we're in that top 4, I'm buzzing. I absolutely adore the team we have right now. If I don't win the Champions League this year, players like Harry Kane are going to be getting sold just due to pure age. But I love the team we have, and I honestly think we have a fair crack at going all the way this year. It is time for us to face Borussia Dortmund here in the round of 16. The good thing, we have the first leg away at the Signal Iduna Park, getting the tough leg out of the way first, and we come away with 4 away goals. Oh my god. Harry Kane with a brace, Gomez and Lazaro with goals each. They get a goal back with Sancho, but 4-1. Look, I don't think it's a crazy saying to say that we are virtually through to the quarterfinals again. For me, the big thing is not getting injuries or suspensions. Don't have any yet, but we're going to go and win 3-0 here. 7-1 on aggregate. We have absolutely destroyed Dortmund, but we know we can take them down. But Barcelona in the quarterfinals here. Beat them in the round of 16 last year. We need to do the same thing again. Again, I'm getting absolutely blessed with a lot of away legs up first here, but we need to take advantage of it. Traveling away to the Camp Nou last year, we came away with a 1-0 win thanks to Phil Foden. This year, it's another 1-0 win, this time courtesy of the Hurricane, my Lisp brother, Harry Kane. Let's go. It all means nothing though if we fall down here in the second leg back at Bramall Lane. Last year, it was a 1-1 draw. This year, it's another 1-1 draw. We've beat Barcelona in identical circumstances to get ourselves through to the Champions League semis for the first time. Our semi-final opponent is going to be Atletico Madrid. I was hoping it would be PSG, but they were taken down by Atletico Madrid, which is a warning in its own right. The first leg is at home, which isn't a change in the trends that I like. I do not like seeing that at all. We're at Bramall Lane. We need a clean sheet, and a clean sheet is exactly what we get. 3-0. Foden, Gomez, and Firmino. 3-0. You're shitting me. It is time for the second leg. It's going to take a major capitulation for us to fall and not make it through to a Champions League final. But a little bit of an issue. We are without Gomez, who is injured for this second leg. So we're going to simulate it now. And we're going to come away with a 2-all draw. There it is, 5-2 on aggregate. We're through to the Champions League final with Sheffield United. It is going to be an all-English affair here in the Champions League final. Sheffield United versus Manchester City. Taking a look around the grounds here at the other competitions, Mönchengladbach are Europa League champs. We can't catch up to Man City. We're Centurions. Any other year we would surely win the league, but City have gone invincible again. Southampton, West Brom and Leeds all falling back down to the Championship. Look at that though. Arsenal and Everton finishing 16th and 17th. That is quite funny. We did win the Community Shield at the start of the season on a penalty shootout against Chelsea. We also go ahead and get our hands on another FA Cup title here, taking down Man City 3-0 in the final. Hopefully that's an omen. Shit, lads. We've won the Carabao Cup as well. Silverware season here in Sheffield. So definitely some fantastic omens as we head into the Champions League final here against Man City. We've beaten them twice in cup finals this season. Here's to hoping we can make it a trifecta. I absolutely love the team that we have put together here. Our starting 11 has been complete, as I've said, for about a year now. Our bench finally coming together. Very good to have players like Firmino. We've got a full strength squad headed into the final, but we're going to have to be on top of our game. We know how good City have been all throughout this rebuild. Let's take them on. Sheffield United versus Man City, the Champions League final here in season number 6. United versus City. Who's taken the trophy back to England? It's about time we found out. Throw in for us. Still on here. We've got some nice overlaps. Declan Rice beating Rodri. That's a great run into the middle. Gomez saved. Follow up. There it is. What a start. Gomez gets the weak ass parry off of Edison, and we couldn't have asked for a better start to the Champions League final. Maximiliano Gomez firing us into a 1-0 lead. Got to defend here. City have really fired themselves up, and they're going to hit that one, and they're going to score. That's what I mean. That's such a crap goal to concede, but fair play, credit where it's due. That's a good finish, and we've got a game on our hands once again. Got to defend City here. Can't let them take the lead heading into half-time. Raheem Sterling, Raheem the Dream going there. We've got to block it. Griezmann save from Hendo at the near post. Good ball. Come on. Yes, I see it opening up here. Good run. Good run. Good ball. The defender closing in. One-on-one shoots. Oh, we scored it. Hold up. We actually scored that? Maximilian, that goal felt almost too easy, but you know what? I'll bloody well take it. We're in the lead again. What a game. What a start. City on the attack. Oh, they've broken through. Don't tell me they're going to get a quick equaliser here. That one goes in, headed away. Don't let them get the follow-up. Man City are really crashing in here. No good shooting opportunities. They put that one in. They're going to get the header and put it just past, though. Sterling's caused us problems in this game. Let's put some pressure. Nicely closed down there. Come on, let's hit them on the back foot now. Going to be Gomez. I see that run being made. Kane through to Rice. Rice is in the box. Rice to make it 3-1. Taken down. Penalty. That's got to be a straight red. Surely that has got to be a straight red there for the defender. Get off the pitch, mate. Lamia. Conrad Lamia. That's pretty lame of you, mate. Get off the field. This is a huge moment for us here. Harry Kane to make it 3-1, trying to hit the top bins. We've timed it beautifully, and we've doubled our advantage here. A 3-1 lead with 25 minutes to go. Come on, Sheffield. Come on, counter-attacking opportunity here. We've got the numerical advantage. Let's really make it an advantage. Declan Rice getting past Sane. That was a terribly timed pass. The foot movement. Declan Rice is tearing them to shreds. Need to get taken down. Oh, they've given that a penalty as well. I don't know if that was a penalty in all honesty. Is it another red card? No, it is not. I would like to apologize in advance, but I'm going to give Hendo a penalty here. Let's see if the... Whoa, that's a big circle. Hits it, scores it. We have the lead here in the Champions League final. A 4-1 lead. I'm an absolute dickhead. Dean Henderson. The first goalkeeper to score in a Champions League final? Maybe. Final plays of the game here. City on the attack. Let's defend this one. No lapses of concentration. Passing it around. City. Oh, they're going through. Okay, City have scored. It won't mean crap, but that's a little bit disappointing. Why are you celebrating? You're 4-2 down. But there it is, lads. The referee blows the full-time whistle, and that is the Sheffield United rebuild done and dusted. What a final. What a rebuild. What a team. Lads, if you enjoyed today's rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe down below if you are new around here. Savor these title celebrations. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.